All right, we're going to call the meeting to order. I guess do we have minutes from last meeting, or is there any reason to, yeah, because it's really. I was just going to do that one. Okay, combine, okay, all right. Then we'll just move on into, go ahead.
The only thing I recall from last meeting, out of my own recollection, in the absence of minutes, was we were going to revisit with the one applicant here, but also y'all asked me to bring back the ordinance you wish to see proceed, so that's what I did.
No, say that again. You brought what?
I brought back the ordinance that y'all wish to see proceed.
About the signage?
No.
No.
Design guidelines.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
You asked me to bring that back.
Okay, yeah, because we did, I
guess endorse it and move it forward to the city council or whatever.
Okay.
Planning commission actually, and then city council.
Yeah, okay.
This is just a little tightening of the very broad requirements we've had, isn't it, Tom?
Yes, sir. This is currently what y'all are running on, in addition to the Secretary of the Interior standards, which by reference, you've already adopted the Secretary of the Interior standards. I don't know how much more stringent you could get.
Right.
But these guidelines are just, I guess, replacing this more or less. Sans pictures, which is something that held it up forever back 10 years ago.
Oh my God, yeah, at least 10. Yeah.
So I think y'all are wishing to endorse it right now without pictures. We can still use the previous rendition as maybe an aid until such time as we get illustrations.
Well, let's do this. Let's let John do his thing, and then we'll come back to that, and we can look at it and talk about it. And is that good?
Do we have minutes in the last meeting?
We don't. We just. She said she was going to combine last meeting and this meeting because we just really, for all practical purposes, pushed last meeting to this meeting, but it's not really a.
So we semi-adjourned?
Yeah. Yes.
Recessed.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and kind of take us through what you've got? Again, John Armstrong.
Yes.
Yeah.
John Armstrong with Delmonico Winery and
Yeah.
120 East Main Street. What I have here is this. Three lights. There's the light.
That's so little, right?
I wanted to bring that in. I
We
know
don't
y'all
get.
can.
I told him it won't fit in the drawer. So.
That'll be hard. That'll be extremely hard to put in the minutes.
Yes.
I do have a spec sheet that I can drop off here.
Okay.
To be able to.
Would y'all like a picture or anything?
Well, it's. Yeah, I guess we
Put a
could.
drawing on the.
I could take a photo with my phone and send it to you, and we could include it.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Inside that bell, it's got ASTM standard. So Brian, you guys.
Yeah, and also this whatever.
Yeah, because you're going to need that, right? Or
No, I don't need that at all. So
Okay.
There's
All right.
three of
so
them.
We can put that in the record.
You
Yeah.
can put that in the record.
All right.
And this is going on the outside along.
Yes, they're going to three lights.
And that'll be to illuminate the sign. Illuminate the sign.
Illuminate the awning right now. We don't.
Awning.
We don't have a plan for the sign.
Okay. Okay.
So the awnings we're going to look like these. Of course, I gave you the pictures last week or last meeting, or the beginning of this meeting that's been adjourned. The three awnings outside of Lulu's, the original Lulu's awnings, those three green ones.
So that's basically what he's saying. They're going to recreate that in the material.
So based on approval, here's a sample of the canvas that we could use with aluminum piping as a frame.
Right, as a frame, yeah, which is pretty standard. So that's black, yeah.
The other option is it's black canvas.
Yeah, black
The other option is we wanted to do redwood framing. Red oak framing with tin over the top of it. I've got these two samples as well.
But you haven't decided.
Well, we haven't decided, but we wanted to make sure that either one would be fine. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. Either or. Would that be-
Yeah, John's got it wrong. If you just point out location, I'm kind of confused. Do you wanna do metal or you wanna do wood?
Well, if
want
it's
the
gonna be the, if we,
Hit your button right there, Stephen.
Sorry about that.
the question's either gonna be metal or wood, and, if we're using the canvas, we want, of course, the metal, and then, but if we're gonna use the tin, it's with the wood, but we want to give you all an option of which one you would rather have.
So in other words, the wood would be the framing, and then you would just put the tin
Right.
on it as
That's the preferable one, kind of like in front of the coffee shop, right in front of the flower shop.
Yeah.
That's a preferable one, but, if if that's not, something.
So you're encapsulating that wood with that metal?
No. He's only gonna, if he does canvas,
Okay.
they're gonna, they'll do a square tube aluminum frame probably. If they do the tin, they'll use the wood for the framing.
We would rather go this option, but I understand if y'all don't,
Is that, did I,
So you're talking
Right,
about
correct.
the awning material will either be metal or canvas?
no, the awning would not be metal, the frame, they would put the tin, which would be metal, I guess, if you want to say, but they would build a wooden frame and put the tin on it as the,
kind of like in front of the coffee shop, or right in front of the flower
Yeah.
shop.
Kind of
Or-
metal clad, I guess is what you're
Yeah.
trying to say.
I'll be real candid with you. That wood and sheet metal barn roof, that's gonna get passé quick.
that would be my biggest nerve is just too much of it. If it starts happening in a lot of places, then it's gonna look.
Well, that's the reason we have I
Yeah,
had the
yeah.
option, so I brought the
Yeah.
canvas in case this
Yeah,
didn't pass.
and then this is, I mean, again, I hate to get personal preference, I mean, I would go with this just because I think it's a much cleaner, classier look for what you guys are trying to do.
I agree with you.
And it would look great on the front of that building, I mean,
It would.
with that dark brick and,
Yeah.
Yeah, I
and
think it
aren't
would-
you doing kind of a beige trim or something, or
It's gonna be black around the windows.
a black, that's right, yeah,
And,
yeah.
just, the inside has got a lot of barn wood, pallet wood, that kind of thing. It
Yeah.
looks more rustic. So this was the original thought. In case this didn't pass, and you thought maybe, well, we don't want 10 awnings all over town.
Yeah,
I get that, so.
I think it starts to set a precedent we might not want to
Yeah.
set.
So that's the other option, so.
Yeah, okay.
I'm all about the canvas and tubing.
Yeah,
I think it's cheaper too, just in terms of, labor's where the money is.
I think what Mike was talking about was the fact that he didn't want to have to replace it, every 3 years. So that was all.
You will have to replace the canvas, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be every 3 years. I mean, we've had
Yeah,
I've
what's
got a
your
building
track
up there with that awning on the front of the Pioneer Building's been on there for probably,
10 or 15?
I'd say 10 years now, anyway.
Oh, yeah? And you haven't had to replace it yet? It gets to that point where you,
It's the
do I need to
second one.
replace it now or wait
Yeah,
another
it's
year?
the second one, but we've had that building for 25 years.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, if that's if that's the option that you guys go with, we're good with that. So,
And you're going back to it'll look similar to this right here. won't it?
exactly, yes.
With the lights
Above each awning.
above each awning.
So the sign,
So there's 2 lights?
three.
3, okay.
You want to see,
Yeah, if you
get
don't
a
mind.
handle on it?
Share here with Tom. Yeah.
So the sign as of now, we ditched the whole raised lettering. We want to just go with what we, other sign painters have done in Watertown. I don't have a sample of what they're gonna paint it on.
Okay.
And then it's gonna be hung on the wall. It's just probably be just the D for Delmonico.
Is that something you have on your letterhead or
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
business
artwork.
card?
Yeah,
or-
should have a business card.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, how about this? I got a 5-off coupon that you can use later on.
Bribe him, I don't think. No.
You see the D right there? So,
Will it have some kind of border or just the letters freestanding?
I think it would just be the D. There might be a border around the whole sign. It will not exceed 34 square feet. Which 30, I think 34.
Oh, so it would be that emblem, right?
right.
That's
Right
kind of
now,
your
that's-
logo. Yeah,
Right now, that's what it's supposed to be.
yeah. And it wouldn't say Delmonico underneath.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's in the pipeline right now. Now, that's as far as without the one, of course,
I mean,
without the.
that could look good. I'd like to see, what the finished product would look like. I guess it's not going to be a white sign with a burgundy letter. Is it going to be just like
It'll be a black D. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
on a white sign, it'll be painted. I'm
Would the
assuming.
sign be scalloped like that? Like
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the logo. And that's right now. That's what we're doing. That's what the talk is. So, as far as what I've gotten out of the meetings, but I try to pin them down on what material we're going to paint it on, but we don't know.
I'm going to keep this, and we can put that in the
Somebody's got to use that 5 off coupon now.
April.
It wasn't a bribe for sure.
Now, spatial arrangement where that sign sits, okay, it's right above the central awning. So would the light be above that?
The sign would be above the lights. There's no plan to illuminate the sign at this point.
Huh.
Is there enough room to put that light up there in with a sign over the top of it? Or?
From what I understand, yes. It'd probably be, the sign is going to definitely be smaller than the 34 square feet that's allowed.
Right.
I think that was what, a 4x6, something like that.
Probably.
Yeah. I can't remember.
How far up the face all the lights being mounted above the canopy?
How far above the
I said-
canopy will
let
the
me
light be?
Say that for the record. How far
Yeah,
up the
we haven't done
face of
that.
the wall above the?
Yeah, we haven't done that
awnings?
geometry, so, but it's going to be,
I mean, are they gonna be like shining right down on the canopy, or are they gonna be far enough up that they're illuminating down past the awning a little bit?
I mean,
Do you understand what I'm asking?
it's pretty much going to just light up the top of the canopy
Okay.
Well, you
because
get
there's
some,
not a whole lot of space there. So.
you get some ambient lighting from it, I guess, especially in its dark.
Would there be a sign submittal, right?
Well,
Is
that's
Sun Graphics doing this?
There's email correspondence on it. I haven't heard back yet. Not from the sign
It was
maker.
outside a minute ago. You could have.
I haven't seen the email back on the sign maker, and I'm
I
in
mean,
on that. loop.
this is kind of what we were discussing earlier. I feel like we'll need something submitted.
Of course.
Yeah.
The
Before,
17th is our targeted ribbon cutting, so we got
March,
April.
April.
April, oh, that's right, it's already passed.
Yeah.
That's St.
That's for the yard sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, go to us.
Is there a vehicle to approve that without having to have a full-blown meeting?
Maybe if I had the sign painter get with you?
I think we need to have a sign submittal. I don't see how we
I
can.
agree. I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way without having to
Protocol?
get everybody together to go through the whole, I mean,
The Chamoisa,
I mean, I think you could, if he's trying to have a ribbon cutting that you're worried about beating that deadline, you could have him mount the sign with the understanding that he's got to go back in and get it approved, so it's more or less a his risk.
We can prove the concept, but he's got to show us
The material.
are you
the
good with that?
the actual design.
That you understand, yeah, what they're
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's.
Totally understand that.
Yeah.
You're okay with running on your own risk for the ribbon cutting?
That's fine. I would like to have a list of suitable materials so we don't.
it's usually just a plywood signboard everybody's used in town. Every once in a while, there'll be one of the vinyl boards.
Yeah, what we were talking about earlier, it's like the MDO, I think. Is it MDO? It's not MDF, it's MDO that's the paper face plywood, right? I know they used to use that a lot, but I don't know if they still.
Well, that's interior. No, there's one that's vinyl
Vinyl
board.
clad or something?
Yeah, and then the other one's actually, it's exterior grade, pre-sanded, pre-primed plywood. You know, it's 1/2 inch, 5/8. It's still
So just
nominal.
a exterior grade, something exterior
Yes,
grade?
yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
Well, they'll know that with
Yeah.
Pat and Donna give you, it'd either be the plastic or to be
Yeah,
the
they would
plywood.
do a graphic layout before they'll do
That
anything
one's
for you to
plywood.
approve. They wouldn't
Sure.
do it. Yeah.
And I mean, I'll be happy to email that to you, Mike. And then,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was texting back and forth with Donna today, so.
Yeah, okay, so
What else you got?
that completes the exterior of
So
the
you
building.
want approval on the light, the
Awning.
awning, material
Yes, sir.
and placement? And you want, approval of
The concept of the sign.
the concept, sign concept, but not the final design?
Yes, sir.
That's all we're doing?
Sounds like it.
That's gonna be all of the building.
Doing it that way allows him to hang some semblance of the sign up and then come back to y'all to make sure you're okay with how it looks.
Other than the fact of hanging a, American flag and a Tennessee state flag on that pole.
Flagpole.
Yeah, you got a flagpole, right, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's grandfathered in, because
Yeah.
that's the third post office.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So we wanted to hang
Sure.
fly the flag above that,
Sure.
of course, and the Tennessee state flag probably under that.
What's this light called?
Gooseneck, hi-hat.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve 3 gooseneck lights on the front of the Delmonico Winery building. Also that we approve 3 awnings of
Canvas and two.
canvas. Do we approve the color?
Black.
Black in color.
Mhm.
And that we also approve the concept of the sign on the building, and that he is to bring a final design before us. I'll make that in a motion.
I'll second that.
And that's with the clear understanding that for any type of ribbon cutting that comes ahead of your next meeting, he can hang it, he just may have to take it down and modify it, the sign.
Yeah, did you get that? Yeah.
That's staff recommendations, right?
Yeah.
That's my recommendation. yeah.
All is subject to staff recommendations.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All against? Ayes have it. Motion passes.
Thank you, committee. I
You're good to
appreciate
go.
you.
Yeah,
And I appreciate you do what you do for Watertown, I really do.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you.
We're looking
for
forward to having you.
stepping up to the plate with it and your patience.
Watch out for the revenuers.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
You watch
I
out
said,
for
watch out for the revenuers.
Oh.
Uh,
We'll take one copy here.
Tell you folks, we've got about $10,000 worth of the acts for the Jazz Festival.
Okay.
They're not on contract, they've been tentative contracts are being sent today to them to sign and get back here.
So if there's any,
Should run,
any way we can help?
well, like I said, we'll talk to you about some financial assistance. The thing should run from about 2, with the last, starting about 2, and the last act hitting the stage about 9.
Okay.
The acts are generally about an hour in length.
What day are we looking at?
The 17th of July.
Of July? Fantastic. That'll be just a big 4th of July and then a big jazz festival. This will be
Yeah.
good, nice,
Be a
nice
good,
month.
July will be a good month if this all goes off like we hope.
Yeah, well, we want that to happen for sure.
Yeah.
Anything we can do to help, I'm sure we will.
We'll get with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
My,
You're good.
Okay.
Yep, you're good to go.
thank you.
All right,
Y'all have a great rest of the week.
Thank you.
I appreciate your help. Thank you.
do we wanna review this, or we wanna take it home and read it and come back, or do we wanna go ahead and
I
get
think
it?
we should do that, don't you? What do you think?
My recollection is it's largely modeled after Columbia's ordinance per Steve Brown, and it's a lot more probably complicated in terms of enforcement than what we have now, which is not bad,
Right.
but it is gonna take a little bit of learning curve if it does get passed.
Yeah.
For whoever is gonna be the enforcing body. I'm not volunteering,
Uh,
but, I've been
Mr. Chairman,
voluntold enough, but,
I'd set up some kind of meeting. We don't need forever to look over this.
Right.
The next rather close, don't let it linger for a month. Let's go ahead and get
Well,
something.
you know, maybe that's a good reason to get back together and give him the opportunity to bring the sign thing in before,
We should have asked him when he wanted to bring that down.
yeah. I think he would probably work with
Email
us at
it.
work.
He probably needs to talk with his sign guy and make
Yeah.
sure he's got a timeline
He
for
wants
him.
it by, he said the 17th.
Yes.
That means we would have to meet the week of the 5th.
Well, we could meet a Monday.
Well, it would have to be on Monday. I'm just saying, to give him time to, like the 8th then? That would be the
Sure.
Thursday.
Thursday,
Yeah,
okay.
Lock and load.
yeah, because I'm,
Tom, is there a way to email these guidelines to Drew and to Mike Stoffer as well?
Yeah,
That way they can,
if you don't,
Email what?
if you don't hear they got it, remind me.
these guidelines.
yeah, if you just wanna, Tom, send it to everybody on the email list.
Yeah.
Is it, you got it as PDF? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah. Is
Or a
that,
Word document one. I can get it as a PDF.
yeah,
It'll be fine.
or Word doc's fine, yeah, yeah.
April 8th at 6.
Now, I will tell y'all, you may be on your own, because I'm getting my second vaccination that day, and I hear the second one, if you're gonna get knocked out, it's the second one,
Yeah.
Pfizer or Moderna?
Moderna. So,
Is it 6 o'clock?
6
The 8th?
o'clock on the 8th, yeah. Does that work? Sure.
yeah, but I just wanna withhold, I may not be here, depends on how I feel.
Yeah,
Tough as a pine knot you are.
I forget,
The
I
only thing
get,
that bothered me about the first one was the next day and 3 days afterwards, it hurt. I'm not gonna say it on the record, but it hurt. My arm hurt. But that was the only side effect I had.
Good for you.
so we're gonna reconvene on the 8th to
Community room here,
look at this.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Did you do the editing?
Anything else we
I've
want?
done some editing over the years. And I think Jan did some editing on it, and, otherwise.
Because I found this weekend. We resurrected a Pentium 1 computer.
Why don't we go ahead and adjourn, Steve?
Huh?
Let's go ahead and adjourn.
Move
So we're
adjourned.
doing it. Second. On favor?
In favor?
All right.
Aye.